The Nigerian-born, New Zealand-raised Israel Adesanya is one of the most gifted, charismatic, and composed athletes the UFC has ever seen. But it seems like South Africa's Dricus Du Plessis has gotten all the way under his skin.
I'm prepared for everything. Everything he says, anything he's behaving like a clown in there. No, that's not how a champion behaves. That's not how a man behaves. He's behaving like a child.
After Du Plessis scored a huge upset win over the former champ Robert Whittaker, Adesanya entered the cage to stand face-to-face with his next challenger. It didn't get physical, but Adesanya, a black man, called Du Plessis, a white man, the N-word, repeatedly and aggressively, and it's not okay.
Conduct yourself like a champion. There's people looking up to you and you're behaving like that? Nah.
Du Plessis started this mess in March of 2023 at UFC 285, when John Jones made his triumphant return with a heavyweight championship win over Cyril Gane. Way down on the prelims, DDP won his 5th straight UFC bout, after which he explained what he believed would make someone a real African champion. We breathe African air. We wake up in Africa every day. We train in Africa. We're African-born, we're African-raised, he said of himself and his team. We still reside in Africa. We train out of Africa. That's an African champion, and that's who I'll be. DDP's statement could be read as racist, but it was definitely aimed at the then UFC champs with African heritage. Francis Ngannou, who was born and raised in Cameroon, but who moved to France to live, train, and fight out of. Kamaru Usman, who was born in Nigeria, but who migrated with his family to the United States when he was just 8. And Israel Adesanya, who was also born in Nigeria, but moved to Ghana and then New Zealand when he was 10. Du Plessis was born, raised, and most importantly to Du Plessis, continues to fight out of South Africa. But none of this matters. If it wasn't already, Adesanya made this African or not African debate about race and not nationality. It already gets ugly when Colby Covington uses the racist adjunct MAGA movement to sell tickets. If Adesanya directly and explicitly uses racism to sell a fight, he and the UFC need to rethink their priorities.
You know, if that sells tickets, good for him. I'll sell tickets my way. I'm a gentleman, I'm a man, and I'll behave like a man.
Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.